So next is receipt days early, receipt days delay. Okay, fine. So do you remember where we set up this receipt days early, receipt days delay and the action? Can anyone let me know where we set up this? Hmm? First of all, what is mean by receipt days early and receipt days delay? We discussed this with the examples. Okay, so we set up this in receiving options. Okay, we set up this in receiving options. See, remember the purchasing module, right? The setups, the configuration, the defaultings, everything come from three setups. Okay, first one is purchasing options, financial options, and receiving options, and few of things from the document types. Okay, document types. If you have to focus on these three setups actually mainly. Mostly from the purchasing side, we have key concepts in the setups itself. Whatever we set up in the application, purchasing options or receiving options, those concepts only will be there. Okay, those concepts will be there. Fine. So now let's discuss what is receipt days early. Okay, receipt days early. So for example, so I need the item. Okay, I need the item. Okay, mm, maybe I need the item December 20th. Okay, why I'm planning December 20th? Why I'm planning in December 20th? Because I have issues with the warehouse spacing. I don't have the space. So that's the reason I'm planning on 20th. So when you are in that situation, if your supplier is supply the material, okay, example, you are requesting now, Monday, today, 20, okay, November 24th, you are requesting material, like you have created a PO. And if your supplier is supplied by 28th or 29th, basically you requested on 20th December. It's like again 4 weeks. But your supplier is supplying 28th or 29th. You don't have a space to store the material. In that case, do you allow? Hmm? If you want to have such kind of restriction, right, then receipt days early, receipt days delay will come into the picture. Okay, receipt days early, receipt days delay will come into the picture. You can set how many days early you can receive, you can accept. For example, 20th I requested. I'm okay if supplier is sending material on 18th. I'm okay. I can manage the space in our organization. I can receive the material. But if supplier is sending 13th or 16th or any of the date before 18th, any of the date, I cannot accept because I have a conflict and checking the space, managing the space in inventory. Okay. So in that case, what you can do, receipt days early, you can set up 2. Okay, 2. And again, you will set up this 2, but again, what action you want to take, that will decide receipt days exceed action. If it is exceeded, what action you want to take? Either you want to just allow, it's okay, ignore, just give you some warning message and then allow, it's okay. You can go for warning message, or if you want to strictly restrict it, you don't want to receive, then you will be having a reject, or you don't want to take any action, you will be having none option. Okay, so that is early case. And the late case, same example, 20th you requested. Okay, because you requested 20th, the components you have to plan production activity, because might be and December 27th or maybe next year 10th. The production activity may take some time. Okay, next year 10th January. Okay, January, you have committed to your supplier or you have committed to your customer saying that I will ship the material to you. So you have planned receiving raw material on 20th. From 20th or 21st onwards, you will start production. By 10th January, you will be shipping the product to your customer. Okay, in this scenario, you have planned and you have requested need by date is 20th. I need components, I need 20th. You have raised a PO. But your supplier sending the item is ready to send the item maybe on January 3. Okay, 3rd of January. See, you have committed to your customer on 10th. So 1 week is not enough to manufacture the item. Okay, in that case, you won't be accepting the terms and condition itself. You are clearly saying that if it is more than this delays, for example, 20th you requested, right? December, yeah, 20th you requested. Let me go back again. Yeah, 20th you have requested. December 20th you have requested material. Okay, you have requested material, and if your supplier is sending the material maybe and December 23rd or 24th, it's okay. 3 days or 4 days is okay delay. You can manage the production and you can ship the material to your customer. Okay, 24th is okay. So I can keep, okay, receipt days delay 4 days. 4 days up to 4 days I'm okay. If up to 4 days, if I'm okay, I can manage the production activity and all. But if it is exceeded 4 days, then I don't want to receive action. I don't want to receive the material itself. Okay, you are denying. Okay, these kind of terms and conditions you will set up in the PO itself, and you will send the PO document to your supplier. Once your supplier agreed in everything, then he will provide the items and requested dates. In such cases, right, if it is delayed, again there is an option. Okay, if it is like we requested on 20th, okay, and supplier is supplied on 27th, it's a 1 week delay, then you can have some agreements. They may have some agreements. If you see, if you're not able to provide on requested date, and if you are delaying so and so dates behind that, then we won't pay 30%. Like there will be a 30% deduction in the price, a 20% deduction in the price. That kind of terms and conditions they can maintain. In that case, what they do, they'll go and again update the PO with a less price, and they do receiving activities. If they said 1 week delay, okay, it's all about business functionality. If you understand the business functionality, okay, it doesn't matter where you can find the option, where you can set up the option in application. You have to understand the business functionality. Okay, fine. Now it is clear, right? What is receipt days LE, receipt days delay, and receipt days exceed action. Okay, now let's go and set up this. So where we set up this for these actions at receiving options level. Okay, receiving options level. Fine. Go to the setup, organization, receiving options. Select the organization as Bangalore. Okay, fine. So here itself, receipt days early, receipt days late. So I'll keep 4 days till. Okay, as per our just discussed, right? Receipt days late, 4 days. And what action you want to take? What action you want to take? See, receipt days exceed action. What action you want to take? warning or reject. Okay, warning or reject. Okay, so now if you want to try now itself, what you have to do is you have to create need by date, need by date, maybe 27th or 28th. Okay, then only you can try. The delay one we cannot test now. Okay, we cannot test now the delay one, because you want to test the delay one, then you have to wait. Okay, we can only test now receipt days early. If you want to test the delay, you create a PO now and you will send it to supplier. Okay, maybe you requested on 27th, and wait until December 2nd. On December 2nd, you just go and try to do receiving activity. It will display the message receipt days late, exceed action. Okay, fine. Now first I will try with warning, and then we'll come to reject. Okay, fine. Save it. Save it. Close the window. So whatever you set up here, this will default in the PO level whenever you create. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go and create a PO. I'll create a manually. So XYZ, and it is a standard PO. It's okay. Ten quantity. Set up here need by date. Maybe I'll set up. I'll set up 27th. 27th this line. Go to shipments. Change this. Okay. Now go to the receiving control. From where it is defaulted? From receiving options. Right? If you want to override, you can override. Maybe supplier is requesting few more days. I can set up 6 days or maybe 5 days. It's not more than 1 week. Delay should not be more than 1 week. Okay. Let me go back 4 days. Okay. A deal early, I set up 2 days. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Now action is warning. If you want to change here, you can have a change. You can change here. Okay. Let me continue with warning. Save it. Close this. So 40028, 40028, click on approve, approve the document. Now let's go and see. I'm expecting system has to trigger a message. Okay, go to the receiving. It should come with receipt days early exceeded. Okay, just and again it will give a warning. It will not reject. Click on find and then just enable the checkbox. See, purchase order receipt date tolerance exceeded. The receipt date you are trying to transact exceed the days early, days early. It will give the same message for days early, days late. Okay, but it's up to you have to check what is the need by date and what is the uh, days early days and all. Okay, so next the advice action, it is saying return the shipment to supplier if you think it is necessary. Action. So further action. So modify receiving control setup at the purchase order shipment item or organization level. Okay, organization level. I mean organization level in the sense the receiving options level. Okay, receiving options level. Okay, fine. So it is just a warning message. After that, what happened? It is selected. Checkbox is selected. If the checkbox is selected, it means that it is okay. It is allowing to do transaction. If it is not selected, it won't allow you to do transaction. Okay, now I can do receive. I can receive it. It's just a warning message. Okay, just a warning message. See, I have saved receipt number also generated. 5002 is the receipt number. Fine. In a similar way, I'll go and make the change. Make the change in receiving options. I'll make the change in receiving options with reject. Let's see. This option is reject. Okay. Receipt days exceed. Action is reject. Save this. Close the form. Now go back and create a PO. Create the PO. Create the PO. ST some quantity. So need by date same. I'll select 27th because I given 2 days early, right? Only 2 days. So it will allow from if you do receiving activity on tomorrow, it will allow. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Go to the shipments. Shipments. And just go to the receiving controls. Now you can see it is reject. Same from receiving options, it is defaulted. Okay, fine. Click on OK. Save it. 40029 is generated. Just make this approve. Approve it. Okay, now go back to receiving form. Try to do the receiving. Go to receiving. So now try to just select the checkbox. What will happen? See, same message will come. The differentiation you will notice when I click OK, it won't even it won't check the checkbox. See, the checkbox is not checked. Until you check the checkbox, you cannot save this form. So what happened now? It is a rejection, right? See, I'm able to do, and it is not checked. You cannot, it will ask you to choose the line actually. It will ask you to choose the line. You cannot do action over here. Cannot do action. See, when I click on OK, it is not checked. It's a rejection. But if you do this tomorrow, it will allow. If you want to try, we can try tomorrow. Okay, this. Only the early case we can discuss now, but reject case, delay case. Delay case, if you want to see, then you have to wait. Okay, 27th we given, right? Okay, 27th we can, right? Or else what we can do, we can create a PO with need by date as 25 tomorrow, and you can give delay days, maybe 1 day, and you can try on Thursday, 27th. You can do the changes. Okay, means you can see the system messages. Okay, fine. So any questions on this? Okay, so the important thing here, the receipt is early delay, you can set up at receiving options, which will default to purchase order. So once it is defaulted in the purchase order, you can have a privilege to update. Means you can override the defaults. Okay, the buyer can override the defaults and you can make the changes. And also it comes from item level as well. Let's go and see items. Items. Go to the receiving here. Okay, it comes from item level also. If you want to set up specific to item, this is again specific to item. Okay, fine. Any questions? Any doubts? So we have completed this. Okay, so we have completed. Hmm? Everyone clear, right? Okay. So next is over receipt tolerance. Okay, over receipt tolerance. Let me break this session. Let me break this session.